What's going on, guys? Renton here, and welcome. Today I'm bringing you by far the best game I've ever had in Call of Duty Ghosts. Running Specialist, get a nice 3-minute K.E.M at the start, going off real quick, nice and easy on the map Octane. Playing Ground War obviously is my go-to map, and for this game it's just the game that worked out perfectly for me. The enemies weren't the worst, they weren't like level 4 noobs, some of them were in Prestige, but they weren't. They didn't really have a clue what was really going on. I was just on the point. You'd see like my accuracy was on point. The gun was just killing so quick. It's the Honey Badger, my most used gun ever, I think, in this game, and probably out of most of Call of Duties recently. Normally I swap between guns, but with this one I've just been my go-to gun. If I want to go on the street, I want to go for a K.E.M, just want to go in and give a good gameplay for myself, just to enjoy it, get a kills, and enjoy the game for what it is, and enjoy a gun that I can use over and over again and not get bored super quickly like I did with Black Ops 2. So basically in this game I go 113 to 18. In the game it only goes to 99, so I'm guessing they didn't expect anyone to get 100 pluses maybe, for the map being slightly a little bit bigger here and there, and you got some of the smaller ones, but it only goes to 99, so I do have it keep going all the way until the pre-game lobby where I load up the scoreboard that way and it says 113. So with this, I just go off. With this first K.E.M, I really thought I was going to hit my first double K.E.M. I pretty much should have hit a double K.E.M, to be honest. They couldn't handle me, basically. I was on point. You'll see, I get a 3-piece. This guy's just there, and it's like I have aimbot, to be honest. In the game after, they were following me around, which is a bit weird. They were just following me around the whole map, watching me. I was playing on Siege, Team Deathmatch, so it wasn't anything special. I didn't do any good, but they just started following me around, like the people that noticed I did good in the last game. Which I always find, if you ever notice that as well, if you do good yourself, people that aren't as skilled as you, I'd say, then follow you around the next game if you're still in the same lobby, which is a little bit weird, but I guess they're trying to want to pick up some tips maybe, I'm not too sure. But the first K.E.M is going to happen pretty soon. I should have definitely dropped the double. Choked 2. I get to about an 18 straight after this one, I think. I jump down and get a death in a minute. And I should have straight after dropped another K.E.M. I go on a nice streak again to get a specialist, and then after that I go on another good one, which gets should have been the game for the double, to be honest. But that's enough of the gameplay. Let's talk about the Honey Badger in general. We're going to use this as my kind of favourite class setup video, as well as the best game I've ever had in Call of Duty Ghosts. So with the Honey Badger, I love to carry the extended mags and the grip. As you'll ever notice, it's all I ever use. And you can see I'm just going off again. It's just insane. Get a lucky kill from him, and I get an unlucky death. But heyo, the Honey Badger, it's got the power for me. It's got the rate of fire that I like. It feels like an SMG up close on a slightly smaller maps like this map, for example, because the rate of fire keeps up with some SMGs, I should say. It's pretty good. Definitely an advised weapon for Octane. And the fact that it built in a silencer, what can go wrong? You're hidden off the map. You got 3 attachments basically for the price of carrying 2. I've said this before in one of my first ever videos to do with the Honey Badger. And I'm going off again. I don't know how it's happening. I just really wish that I could have carried on. But I did die slightly after the streak. I've cut it down so the video isn't the full length of about 15 minutes, I think, because we were losing. We're winning at the moment, then we do start to lose. We get triple cap for a while. I just wasn't concentrating on the objective this time around. I wanted to keep trying to get that double K.E.M, but it didn't happen. But it might happen one day in the future. It's not something I try to sweat for every day, all day. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just one of them games I've jumped on, I've jumped in, and I've just absolutely done better than I expected, to be honest. So with doing better than I expected, I don't know, it's just unbelievable. I didn't think that I would even possibly do 100 plus on this game, for the simple fact that I don't really go for the insane kills anymore. I just play the game, enjoy it. I can get a K.E.M. That isn't the hardest thing to do. I'm not trying to brag on it, I'm not trying to put people down that have a problem getting one or struggle here and there. But for me, I don't find it the hardest thing to do. Sometimes you don't get them, it's just unfortunate. You get a rubbish death, a random grenade, or just some guy shoots you or snipes you from across the map when you're trying to scavenge from ammo, maybe. That's kind of a common thing for me, trying to find some more ammo and I get shot on the back by a sniper, or just someone that's just using an LMG, or just someone that's in the right place at the right time and you're not paying attention. It's just one of them things. So basically with the Honey Badger, it is my best gun. I'm going to cover the Honey Badger in all the ways I possibly can, that why I like it and how I like it, exactly how it is. So basically the iron sights are the easiest thing to use. They're kind of similar to the RX, but a little bit bigger, a bit more amplified. I'm not looking for the word, I can't remember. Just say zoomed in, and that's the point I was on about. My aim was on point right there. Kill the guy on the run in, kill the guy running in, and I quickly zoom onto the guy that's just sat there. Well, it's a girl body, but you know, it's a guy playing or possibly a girl. But anyway, with the Honey Badger, I like the iron sights. I can use the iron sight perfectly well, so I want to benefit from having extended mags. The extra bullets in the mag definitely come in handy playing ground war, or even playing anything else, to be honest. Because if you run into a couple more people than just 2 or 1 or 2, the extra 15 bullets could save your life or keep your streak going, depending if you're on a streak or you just want to start up your streak. And also pick up the AK-12, definitely an advised gun for anyone that's new to the game. Put the grip on it, you're going to go in easily. I did just have to call the K.E.M in eventually because I felt like I wasn't possible to jump onto another streak and get the double K.E.M. So I thought I'm just going to call mine in because I seen what kills was and I was like, holy shit, I didn't even realise how well I was doing. So I was like, I'm going to call the K.E.M in, that's going to get me, what, 8 to 9 kills. In this game, no one leaves when the K.E.M called in, which is definitely what I wanted. Because normally once you call the K.E.M in, quite a lot of people often leave. Just for the simple fact, obviously, what's the point in staying in? It makes the map annoyingly stay dark, and that is the one thing that does bug me about calling the K.E.M in, is the map goes dark. Kind of ruins it, I think. Possibly, if they were just to lose this, it'd possibly make things a little bit easier, and maybe people would call them in when going for a double K.E.M. Some people do, some people don't, but some people I've seen people save it and just save 2 if they've got 2, and then call them both in one after the other. But for me, I'd rather call it in and not make the map so murky. Or maybe if it even lasted like Sovereign, it would going to be, say, last for 30 seconds once you call the sabotage, and then the Misty goes. But it doesn't stick for the rest of the game, so that's why I withdrew from calling it in straight away from the start, because it was pretty early in that I got the K.E.M, so I didn't want to keep the map murky. Also with the Honey Badger, is definitely something I would advise to do, is carry the grip. I've tried carrying without the grip, and the recoil just becomes a little bit on the hard side to handle at the long range shots. But with the grip, you can easily get the 2 to 3 burst bullets off, and it kills so quickly, even with single fire. I've noticed, I've picked up with single fire before, and 2 to 3 bullets and you can kill someone. It's weird. It's just, if you can burst the trigger to get 1 bullet, or the button, or however you got your control layout, or if you're on the Xbox it's the trigger. Unlucky for you, because I don't like that, and that's something I'm glad that on the PlayStation you could go tactical flipped, because I played tactical, but I want to flip it back to the PS3 style where the R1 and L1 are the shoot and aim, because I don't like the trigger design. It's something not for me, and it's kind of ruined it for me. I didn't want to have to be going back to triggers, because I've never played triggers before, because I've never really been a big Xbox player, always been a PlayStation or Sony, same thing. But anyway, I'm getting all confused. But yeah, something I'd definitely advise to do. If you can use the Honey Badger and get used to the recoil pattern, which is like a figure of 8, it's not the hardest thing to use. It's definitely more of the close quarter gameplay, kind of in their face, more of an assault rifle gun. As you can see, we're on 99 and 18, which is kind of weird why it doesn't go over 100, but I do go over 100. We've seen in a couple of seconds now, just showing the kill cam, which I think is pretty cool. Picking up the kill cam as well as going off in the game. As you can see, the enemy isn't the greatest, but they're not the lowest levels. They're prestiges, they're mid-range. I checked their stats out, they weren't too bad either, but it's just guess of luck, pot of luck, getting the gameplay, getting the enemies that I did. So 34,000 XP as well. So I went off, it's double XP as well, but I'd go 113 to 18. If you've enjoyed this, it's definitely been my best game of Ghost by far out of anything I've ever had. Even with the bet, I'd overrate it over a fast cam any day of the week. But if you could please leave a like, comment, that would be definitely so amazing. I really hope that this kind of helps my whole channel a little bit more, other than just my playing videos. But if you have liked it, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.